Order, Honorable. Deputy. Honorable members, standing orders. Thursday, Friday, member for Honorable member 6, removal from members are the nearest Clive. Joseph, the nearest seat. Honorable members, Article 150, 1B, Deputy President may be removed from office. 1. Round of gather serious time and cause members the notice of office under members the extended comment without doubt it common test for time and conditions called that during the term parliament 7th April, then member for Embakasi the successfully moved the House to pass a vote. Motion its effective upon the promulgation of August 20. Then office of the Vice President, Deputy, headed it and man of election as the previous conferred upon power, coined Parliament. There is the ground for notice of members, standing order relating to within 3 days of standing order of 5 and gives the deadline of 1st of notify the House of members, having notified the House of the now highlight the rating to members at the bar, the nearest seat. Take the nearest seats. Honorable, take your nearest seats. Order. 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 Wamumbi, take the nearest seat. Order, honorable members. Order. Order. Honorable members, Article 152 of the Constitution, order. Article 150 says that 5 by necessary on 45(1) of the Constitution, member of the National Assembly move a motion grounds of violation where there are serious crime, the national standing order one advise that before giving member shall deliver to the clerk copy of setting the grounds and in signed by the member, signed in third of other, standing on 1A, lays out the criteria, standing on grounds specified in a framed clearly to particularize and written, where gross ground for setting with to have where gross violation accompanied by necessary foregoing procedure and legal addressed by President from examining the administration required to examine it, framing of attachment, standing order, examining whether the having examined the find that the threshold set out in the 150 also set number of vote of the 100 members with regard to guided by standing order in a special framed clearly to prioritize and growth. Be stating with other written mostly account for the accompanied by necessary honorable members having examined the I note that in requirements of 41A, member has stated 11 grounds addition also contains the particulars upon member 6 move the house to consider the special honorable members with as a time substance. Consequently, honorable post meets the requirements of 151B of standing order 5 with the grounds was removed. Honorable member, having determined that the now focus standing order for respect to motion person member shall give following up comes there for the member for or to give notice of it. Given the nature timelines will at order that is not order an opportunity. Thereafter, I'll give house this. That is, boss. Are you ready? We'll go back to order number 5.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following paper on the table of the House today, Thursday, 20 September. Report of the Kenyan delegation, the 64th session of the OACS Parliamentary Assembly, and the first session of Luanda, Angola, from the 17th to the 21st of February 2020. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker.
Order. Order, honorable members. Order. Member for Budalangi. Order. Take your seats. Order. Member for Navajo, take your seats. Order, honorable members, order. Order number 6, honorable.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to give notice that this House notes the report of the Kenyan delegation to the OA and the first session of the OA-CPS Joint Parliamentary Assembly held in Rwanda, Angola, 17th of February, laid on the table of the House Thursday,
The Honorable. Honorable Mutu. And he will be heard in silence.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity. And Mr. Speaker, this is an historical moment. Therefore, with your permission and honorable members, Mr. Speaker, allow me to notice. Mr. Speaker, sir, honorable member, beg to give notice. Mr. Speaker, to the provisions of Article 150, Article 1B, and Sub-Article 2, together with Article 145 of the Constitution, is read together with our standing orders 165 of the Assembly Republic of Kenya. Honorable House resolved way of Excellency Rigathi Gachagua, H, current Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. Mr. Speaker, sir, and honorable members, special motion was lodged with the Clerk of the National Assembly 27 September 2024 and contains 11 grounds for impeachment. Mr. Speaker, compliance with the law, as stated earlier, the grounds are concise, are particularized in the motion, and are supported by cogent, persuasive, evidentiary material, nature of documents, affidavits, and electronic evidence. Mr. Speaker, I will also be presenting live witness evidence or testify evidence. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, in the interest of the time allocated, I am not able, clause by clause, sentence by sentence, paragraph by paragraph, notice counts themselves pages, and with the rest of the material, we have about nearly 100 pages. And therefore, the Speaker, with your guidance, allow me to summarize 7 grounds. Generally, as members will realize, the particulars of these grounds are that Excellency Rigathi Gachagua has engaged himself in acts of and commitment that offenses under our Constitution, offenses under international law, and offenses under our own statutes. On ground 1, Mr. Speaker, we will be demonstrating for this House that His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua has violated has grossly violated Articles 10 to 1A, 10 to and C, Articles 27.4, Article 73 1A, and Article 75 1C, and Article 129, Sub-Article 2 of the Constitution of Kenya, as well as Articles 147.1, as read with Article 131 2 and D of the Constitution of Kenya. And when the time comes, Mr. Speaker, I will be laying detail article by article to show the violations. On ground number 2, Mr. Speaker and honorable members, at the opportune time, I will demonstrate to Kenyans that His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua has violated Article 147.1 of the Constitution and Article 152.1 of the Constitution of Kenya, the most progressive in Africa. On ground 3, I will be demonstrating for this House to Kenyans and to the international community that His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua has violated Article 6 of the Constitution, Article 10.2A of the Constitution, Article 174 of the Constitution, Article 181 of the Constitution, Article 189.1 of the Constitution, as well as the 4th schedule of the Constitution. The Speaker, the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya, not a mere document, the soul of the underground 4, Mr. Speaker, I will demonstrate that His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua has violated Article 161. I will further demonstrate underground 5 that His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua, the Deputy President, the current Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, has grossly violated Article 3.1 as read together with Article 148.5A. Underground 6, and honorable members, I will demonstrate that Honorable Rigathi Gachagua has committed crimes under Section 13.1A and 16 of the National Cohesion and Integration Act, Act that speaks our nationhood, the Act that speaks our multi-ethnicity, the Act that speaks our society remaining together as a cohesive society. And I will demonstrate because I will demonstrate affidavits, I will demonstrate documents that the man holding the office of the Deputy President has violated the same law that he saw. Underground 7, Mr. Speaker, I will demonstrate before this House that His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua has committed crimes under Sections 45.1, Section 46, Section 47A3, Section 48.1 of the Anti-Corruption and Economic Crimes Act. Anti-Corruption, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, Anti-Corruption and Economic Crimes Act, by using his office to unjustly enrich himself, by using his office to acquire within 2 months properties well beyond 5.2 billion. And Mr. Speaker, I will demonstrate before this House that during the presidential debate, if I may be listened to, Mr. Speaker, that during the presidential debate, His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua did declare that he was worth 800 million. We are aware that he's paid slightly over 1 billion, meaning that for the last 2 years, the much he could have accumulated justly. But I will demonstrate before Kenyans that he has properties to himself, ones that I was able to get in my time of research, worth 5.2 billion Kenya shillings. This is what we call unexplained assets, and we must lay the dragon of corruption for the highest office. Mr. Speaker, under the same ground, I will also be demonstrating this ground number 7, that His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua has violated Sections 2, 4, and 7 of the Proceeds of Crime and Money Laundering Act. Mr. Speaker, you are aware that the Proceeds of Crime and Money Laundering Act, one of those laws pursuant to Section 2 of the Constitution of Kenya that's domesticated because of our international relations about money laundering. And therefore, by proving the same, I will also be demonstrating to Kenyans that His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua has committed national crime. Underground 8, Mr. Speaker, I will demonstrate that the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya has committed crimes under Section 132 of the Penal Code and Section 29 of the Leadership and Integrity Act. And honorable members will realize that the Leadership and Integrity Act is the law that was enacted by this parliament, none other than this parliament, to give effect to Chapter 6, Leadership and Integrity of the Constitution. Underground 9, I will be able to show, and Mr. Speaker, when we get to the ground of gross misconduct, I will be able to speak to the House in a very clear manner as to what constitutes gross misconduct as interpreted by our own court. And I will be able to show that the person of the Deputy President is a bully. The person of the Deputy President has been threatening public officials. The person of the Deputy President has carried himself in a manner that brings effect the office that he holds, and therefore has grossly conducted himself. Underground 10, Mr. Speaker, I will also specifically demonstrate that the person of the Deputy President has committed the offense of gross misconduct, the manner of insubordination, subordinating the presidency and the Kenyan state. Kenyan state is our soul. And if you subordinate state, you are not worth being. Lastly, Mr. Speaker, underground 11. So permission, time comes, I will also demonstrate, honorable members, I will also demonstrate that specifically, Honorable Rigathi Gachagua has committed crimes of gross misconduct, as I had earlier alluded to, in terms of bullying and threatening public office. Compliance with the provisions of Articles 145(1) of the Constitution, as read together with the National Assembly Standing Order number 65. Members, if you a total, Mr. Speaker, a total of 291 members of this National Assembly have graciously appended their signatures out of this 291 members. Mr. Speaker, it will be remembered, Mr. Speaker, it will be remembered that at this stage of moving the motion, the requirement of the law is that the motion should be supported by 1/3, translating to about 117 members. However, Mr. Speaker, we have 291. I therefore wish to thank my colleague members of Parliament for supporting this motion over 83%, way beyond the required threshold of 2/3, 7%, that is required at the next stage of voting for this motion. So, Mr. Speaker, there are times when we used to say this is an open shut case. Mr. Speaker, sir, the requirement of our standing orders allow me to read the names of the members who have signed. Mr. Speaker,
Go ahead.
Purposes of completeness of the record, the standing orders require that the mover of the motion does read all the names of the members who are in support of the motion for openness. And I therefore read the name of the patriot for inform. Mr. Speaker, I began with my the Honorable Ekomas Mwengi Mutu Pastuli, Honorable Owen Baya, Honorable Japheth Matthias Robbie, Mani Ishua, member for Kikuyu and Majority, Abdul Rahim Daoud, Patrick Nene Dwega, Eric Wamombi, member for Madera, George Kariuki, Daniel Carido, Dorothy Muthoni Ikiara, Mangi Kiunjuri, Boro Ambore, Elizabeth Kairemia, Edwin Ogishoke, Gambi, Jane Kagiri, Ann Murada, John Paul Murik, Karia David, John Kirago, Mary Mainge, Alice Nanga, Wainaina, Ashua Waidaka, Kuria Kimani, George Kitonga Murugara, Simon Nganga Kingara, then John Kiate Wainaina, Shadrach Mwit, Joseph Wainaina, United, Betty Maina, Joffrey Waroko, Roko, Kagombe, Esther Itum, Duncan Maina Madenge, Kenya Dhoko, Njuguna Anjiko, Honorable Junet Mohamed, the leader of minority. Honorable Mohamed Abdikadir, Honorable Yakub Ado, Honorable Richard Ken Chonga, Honorable Ali Wario, Honorable Ruwaida Obo, Honorable Hamid Kome Abdi, Kadir Mohamed, Hamza Mohamed, Rashid Benzimba, Said Buda, Shake, Matara, Mboko, Joyce Osogo Bensuda, Masito, Mohamed Machele, Aduma Owor, Erusha Momanyi, Honorable Dr. Professor Gogo Lilian Odhiambo, the one and only, Honorable Irene Mayaka, my sister, Honorable Maungu, Joshua Oron, Walter Owin, Patrick Pero, Honorable Congo, Mark Gola Nyamita, Tom Ege, Tairo Bane, Kaunya, Ozambuyu, Ere, Ned, Paul Abor, Badu Twalib, Charles Ocheng, Caleb Amit Luyai, Odhiambo, Para Maalim, Memusi Kanchori, Maimai Hamisi, Aden Daud Mohamed, Panjala, Honorable Peter Orero, Martin P. George, Honorable TJ Kajuang, Romondo Kale, Honorable Donya Boris, Kaka, Felix Or, Tanga, Putin Manyoni, Kaka, Tan, George Aladwa, Joseph Oyuta, John Bwire, Mar Mwini, Anyo, Anson Mashako of Paper Party, Innocent Mugabe, Charles Nguna, Mwing West of Paper Party, Honorable Elsie Panda, Honorable J.L. Sungu of Kilgoris, Honorable Gad, Honorable Dr. John Ariko, Otindi Male, Kende Council. The Speaker, the House takes notice that is one of the members. Honorable Christopher Aseka, Honorable Paul Ekon Nabuin, Nicholas of Turkana East, Mohammed, Honorable Abdulgadir Mohammed, James Koyo, Sarah Pata Korere, Mohammed, Honorable John Nikal. I sincere apology for the correctness of the record. Honorable Dr. James Nikal, the member. Honorable Daniel Manduku, Honorable Mohamed Ado, Honorable Rio Guyo, Anna, Boris Akai Bisau, Manuel Wangwe, Bernard Shinyali, my friend Nabi Nabwera, Patrick Makau Kingola of the Wiper Party, Avoko constituency, and Commissioner of the Public Parliamentary Service Commission, very able, voted by members of this. I thank you in a special way, my senior. Honorable Shakir Ahmed, Honorable Aden Kainan, Honorable Dr. Aden Jeno, Jeho, Honorable Amina Munyazi Aura, Honorable Gertrude Bayo, Honorable Adipo Akwome. If you allow me, I can have a seat. Number 134. Number 134, Abdi Omar Shurie, Chairman of the Committee of National South Public Debt. Honorable Tom Oluoch, the member for Dagoretti Beatrice Elachi. Honorable Samuel Arama, Honorable Guyo Jaldesa, Professor. Honorable Anton Kipagedi, my brother. Honorable Samuel Atandi, my brother. Honorable Ruth Busia. Honorable Ruth Odinga Busia, the women rep for Kisumu County. Honorable Eve Obara. Johnson Manya Aika of Mumias East. Egon Joanna. Omboko Milemba. Marwa Maisori. Moses Kirima. Aiga Mizi. Adan Aji Yusuf. Mina Bonaya. Charles Joseph. Ahmed Tubi. Tahir Janda. Clemens Lawyer. Eka Hulbal Arun. Lekumontare Jackson. Member for some. Anton Tenga Pe. Bona Mpe. Bashir Abdullahi. Idmas Barasa. Alulu Kendi. Geoffrey Mulanya. Frederick Kana. Complete record. There are names that I have cancelled. Honorable Titus Mala. Joseph Dena. Pai Kesi. Honorable Vincent Musoka, aka Kawaya, member for Mala. Honorable Fabian Muli. Caleb Mule. Honorable Joshua Mwalio. Honorable Dr. Rachel Nyamai Kaki. Honorable Nimrod Bai, aka KPLC. Honorable Dido Raso. Honorable Son of Lysamis. Honorable Panos Osoro. Honorable Abdisarat K. Ali, Honorable Abdul Haro, Honorable Mary Emase, Irene Njoki, Nebat Muriuki, George Gachagua, Karani, Owa Masukuru, Habu Mukami Washira, Roge Wainaina, Njoroge Kururia, Huyu Nanok Daniel, Tony Marubu Monica, Kenneth Lama Stanley, Joseph Emanthe Namur, Faith Gitau, Asieni Ngitit, Pamela Njoki Nderu, Ahab Robert Basil, a member for Yata and Wiper Party. Rotas Akuja, Kasim Sawa Tandaza, Pauline Engimi, Honorable Dr. Robert Pose, Honorable George Sunkia, Joash Nyamoko, Lai Olentutu, Sankaire, Mankon Aramat, Agnes Pareño, Gabriel Tongoyo, Becca Tongei, Catherine Wambilinya, John Makali of Kandui, John Chikati, son of Tharaka Nithi, the women rep for Tharaka Nithi County. Guru Kahangara, Geoffrey Wandeto, Ronald Karauri, Jackson Koech, Jackson Kosgei of Baringo, Adams Kipsanai, Kagogo Bowen, the Matthias Ergon, William Kamket, Catherine Ngalechei, Ben Kiborek, Mayo Gideon, Musa Sirma, Joseph Kiparus, Joshua Kandie, Charles Kamuren, John Waluke, Richard Yagon, Richard Kilel, Rayton Yagon, Francis K, Ketich Koech, Net Koril Toto, Justice Kemei, Nelson Koech, Justice Kemei, Joseph Cherorot, Bet Goy, Larry Kosigei, Benjamin Langat, Tai Alfred Kiprono, Chelule, Joseph Tonui, Paul Chebor, Fred Kapondi, Ian Sioi, Naomi Jilo Wako, Faisal Abdi Bader, Alpha Miruka of Bamachoke Charge, Eko Baro, Innocent Obiri, Gola Gideon, Honorable Sabina Chege, the party leader of the Jubilee Party, Peter Lochakamping of Sigor, Samuel Chemulel, Rael Kasiwai, David Posing, Titus Lote, Joseph Samal Womwa, Honorable, handwriting is sometimes difficult, right? The member for Samburu North,
Eli.
Honorable Lelitila Lady of Samburu North, Honorable Kareke Mbiuki, Honorable Martin Pela, Wanami Wamboka, David Chieng, Ferdinand Kevin Wanyonyi, Gladys Boss Chepkosgei Cholei, and rep for Sinigishu, and my former teacher, Paul Chil Diego, Marian Kitani, Samuel Kiprono Cheponga, Janet Sikenei, Chepkosgei Cynthia, S. Kosgei Lelmengi, David Kiplagat, Elias Kipibiwot, Elias K. Ruto, Bernard Kitur, Barto Professor, Oscar K. Sudi, Engineer Oscar Sudi, Dan Wanyama, Honorable Dr. Adagala Beatrice, Amina Dika, Abdi Ali Abdi, Hussein Abdi Bare, Gonzi Rai, Ibrahim Abdi Sanei, Honorable Ker Kasim, Honorable Sala Farah, Karoli Omondi, Robert Mu, Maiko Mushira, Jared Okello, my last name, making a total of 201 members.
Yes.
Honorable members, as we wind up, as I alluded earlier, I presented to the Clerk of the National Assembly, and this afternoon, I'm laying on the table of the House the following documents. Number one, special motion dated 26th of September 2024 and received by the clerk on the 27th of September 2020. Have it in mind. Number two, with this special motion, Mr. I am also laying on the table of the House list of 291 members of the National Assembly who signed in support of it. Mr. Speaker, number three, I will also be laying the bundle of evidence support of the counts in the. Number four, I will be laying list of all condemned. Mr. Speaker, Kenyans will be shocked. Indeed, Kenyans will be very shocked when we finally unravel and demonstrate the grounds and the supporting evidence. I therefore, through you, Mr. Speaker, humbly request the House Business Committee to allocate me ample time at the time of moving the motion that Kenyans can appreciate in detail the injustices that have been committed against them by the person of the Deputy President. I thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I beg to give notice of special motion and to lay the said documents on the table of the House. And if you allow, Mr. Speaker, I conclude. Allow me to highlight
Order.
I am a Christian. I offer the Holy Bible, the book of Proverbs 29:16, verse 16 says, the wicked are in authority, but the godly, mark the godly live. That is the Holy Book. Further, Mr. Speaker, the book of Mark, chapter 9, verses 47. Anyone causes one of these honorable members, Kenya, anyone causes any one of these, me, stumble, it would be better for them a large millstone they are hung around their neck and they were thrown into the sea. 43. Your hand causes you to stumble, cut it off. It is better for you to end a life maimed than with two hands go into hell, where the fire never goes. 45. And if your foot causes you to stumble, cut it off. It is better for you to end a life crippled than to have 2 feet and to be thrown into hell. And if your eye causes you to stumble, back it out. It is better for you to enter the kingdom of God with 1 eye than to have 2 eyes and be thrown into hell. If Kenyans cannot get services because Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua leading pluck him out. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I believe that quoted verses are also true. Turning now to our own jurisdiction. Honorable members, because many of us are political and those who are not lawyers, remember that nullifying.
Order.
Yes, I'm fit. Nullifying the 2017 Lordship Justice as the Honorable announced himself, greatness of any nation lies in fidelity to the parents. Bravo. Question. That has made person of the record Kenyans. I have no grudge. I have no person against. I am just doing of the Republic of State as stated and therefore pay the doctor house and beg to give notice. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Hand over the document. Honorable Speaker, aware House vacant. Further, Anisa had vacant. And what the threshold determine whether special motion. What is the threshold, Mr. Speaker? Are you determine whether special motion the Constitution pass this? Are we require 2/3 of 3 members? 9 vacant seats. Order. Cannot ask the question and answer it. I feel content examining. Further, I wish clarification carried rights of
Honorable Speaker, Article 5 provides removal of the Deputy President. Our standing order was to them, saying the procedure for removal of the deputy president, as stipulated under Standing Orders 64 and 65. Honorable Speaker, what is clear from reading of Articles 145 or 1 of the Constitution is that the role of this House is to pass the resolution as to whether the president shall be impeached or not. It is the exclusive role of the Senate to conduct the trial process. Simply put, they are the initiators, and the Senate will be the trial house. Honorable Speaker, consequently, I seek your guidance on whether necessary to invite the Deputy President to this House in terms of the right to be heard, noting we have nothing to do with the real process. In my view, the Deputy President shall be required to appear before the Senate. Nevertheless, I seek indulgence.
Members, at the two, they are safe because the motion does not end because it will turn up here the day of voting without missing. We have just passed the Anja. Just take as the Speaker General of guarantee, as the Speaker General of the country, guarantee 291 members. What we are doing is not a small thing. When Trump was being tempted to, and what can happen here, you know, and let us not fight, let us not be judged, and because what the House is doing, the House is just exercising it outside the. There is nothing unconstitutional that's happening in this. Can impeach cabinet secretary, can impeach deputy president, can impeach president. So, the Speaker, this exercise that is passed by the Speaker, I have made my point, but I conclude by saying this, that Mr. Speaker, that when we were elected as members of parliament, we became the staff of the Parliamentary Service Commission. Each member here, Mr. Speaker, their employer, they are employees of the Parliamentary Service Commission. You are the chairman, Mr. Speaker. I have spoken on behalf of the members because when they were signing, that is what they told me. As the minority, they told me they are in support of this thing. They are really ready to move, but we want that legally. And and within the Constitution, inside Parliament and outside. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I also see really any motion that is of public I'll on the place public and lower legislative arm, which is governors, realize or not, many governors, their deputies, challenge the impeachment against public and president.
Get your point. For you, my
I most important not only do we have to protect the lives of 290 parliament, the six must also protect them. The IG must protect our president to the hilt. Because you know the kind of a constitution we have. Any reckless thug can decide to change the course. God forbid anything were to happen. You get my point? And there are people who we have been so worried lately. I get the feeling that they can even have the capacity to plan something like that. Let us make sure this information goes out. Our president must be protected until this motion is over. Because if, God forbid, anything were to happen, then we have something much bigger to worry about. And those guys are.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. My Honorable Speaker will indulge me. I'll add something on security. But before that is on Standing Order 85, Honorable Speaker. 85-2. Honorable Speaker, I would beg, even as you guide members, that members listen, that it shall be out of order anticipate the debate of a motion of which notice has been given by discussion upon a substantive motion or amendment, all that is standing order. I say this, Honorable Speaker, because I know we are in an open and transparent society, and many of us will be invited to media stations as this impeachment today. Just to caution members that it's completely out of order. Discuss the substance of the motion in media stations before debate, as is contained in our standing orders. So when we're invited to media stations, maybe be guarded in what we discuss, that we do not go into the substance of the motion until we are done with debate. After debate, Honorable Speaker, we are all at liberty, and that includes, Honorable Speaker, both those who have appended the signatures, their signatures, like myself, and the other few who have not appended their signatures, Honorable Speaker. The 58 members who have not appended their signatures. Honorable Speaker, just to add on to what the Honorable Farah and Honorable Junet have said. Honorable Speaker, the security of members of Parliament is paramount. Honorable Speaker, I say that looking at you, because you know, on the 25th of June, this year, Honorable Speaker, none other than yourself who are a target, and you know that. And not a target for harm, but a target for elimination based on the position you hold as Speaker, the ranking order, anything happen to the President or the Deputy President, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I want to beg that you take with a little more weight the issues raised by Honorable Junet and Honorable Farah Maalim. Because, Honorable Speaker, we have seen it on social media. We have been told by certain quarters that before March of 2025, they say bendera itapepea mlingoti nusu. Honorable Speaker, these are weighty issues. I hear what the Honorable Farah Maalim is saying on the security of the President, and we have no business to advise the Inspector General and the Director of the National Intelligence Service on what to do. But for members of this House, all the 349 of them, Honorable Speaker, you must direct the Inspector General of Police, who was approved by this House less than a month ago, to ensure that when this House is sitting within the precincts of Parliament and even outside and including committees of this House sitting, Honorable Speaker, members are secured. And even in their homes, Honorable Speaker, they are secured. Because, Honorable Speaker, I say this being privy to the information that I was privy to and you are privy to on the 25th of June, and knowing, Honorable Speaker, that as Honorable Junet has said, we are not dealing with an ordinary matter. We are not dealing with an ordinary man. We are dealing with a black man with a very black heart. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Order, honorable members. Order. Order, members on their feet. Order, Deputy. Honorable members.